Several Muslim nations are reportedly making a concerted push for the United States and Iran to sign a non-aggression pact, according to media reports. The reported diplomatic effort came before highly anticipated U.S.-Iran nuclear negotiations on February 6 in Oman. According to reports, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Egypt, Oman, the United Arab Emirates, and Pakistan were all slated to participate in the wider talks surrounding the negotiations. In preparation for this, these 6 countries are said to have worked jointly to create a draft framework intended to serve as the foundation for a potential agreement. Under that proposed arrangement, both the United States and Iran would commit not to engage in direct attacks or hostile actions against each other, as cited by the Times of Israel. A Middle Eastern diplomat familiar with the discussions told the Times of Israel that the proposed pact would also extend its non-aggression guarantees to allies and regional proxies of Iran. The framework put forward by the countries is expected to address not just nuclear issues, but also Iran's ballistic missile and nuclear programs. However, officials acknowledged that bringing Israel under such a non-aggression deal would be extremely challenging. Earlier, Iran had rejected the idea of conducting the multilateral negotiations in Turkey, raising concerns over including other countries besides the United States. Following these objections, both Tehran and Washington eventually agreed to relocate the nuclear talks to Oman. Still, Middle Eastern diplomats emphasize that they continue to lobby for the proposal despite uncertainty around its acceptance. Even as diplomatic channels seem to reopen, tensions between Washington and Tehran appeared to escalate further in recent days. On February 6, the U.S. government issued a new travel advisory urging all American citizens currently in Iran to leave the country immediately for their safety. The State Department also warned U.S. nationals to be ready to depart independently, cautioning that government-assisted evacuation might not be available in the event of unrest. Meanwhile, inside Iran, President Masoud Pezeshkian officially appointed Admiral Ali Shamkhani as the secretary of the country's Supreme Defense Council. Shamkhani's appointment drew particular attention because it came only days after he delivered a series of threatening remarks directed toward Israel and the United States. On January 30, Shamkhani declared publicly that Iran was ready and capable of launching direct strikes against strategic targets inside Israeli territory if circumstances demanded. He further warned that any act of aggression against Iran could invite retaliation hitting deep into the heart of Tel Aviv, signaling a high level of military readiness. Shamkhani also cautioned that any American airstrikes or military operations targeting Iran would not remain limited but would instead trigger a full-scale regional war across the Middle East.